Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving deep today, and this time we're headed to Pakistan.
Awesome.
I've been looking over the sources, and wow, there's a lot to unpack. I mean, just from the initial glance, we've got towering mountains, we've got ancient civilizations,
Right.
and even some modern stuff that I was really surprised by.
It's a country of contrasts, that's for sure. You know, a lot of people have this kind of one-dimensional view of Pakistan,
Yeah.
but it's so much more complex than that.
Well, let's get into it then, huh?
Yeah, let's dive in.
The sources really highlight just how diverse Pakistan is geographically. I mean, you got these huge mountain ranges,
Oh, absolutely.
vast deserts, bustling cities. It's pretty wild to think about how much variety is packed into one country.
Yeah, and it's that geographical diversity that really shapes so much of Pakistan's story.
Okay, so then where do we even begin?
Oh, we could start with the mountains.
Okay.
I mean, you can't talk about Pakistan without talking about the Karakoram Range.
Oh, right, yeah. Home to K2.
Exactly, the second highest mountain in the world.
I mean, that's got to be an incredible sight.
It's absolutely breathtaking, and it's a notoriously challenging climb. You know, it attracts adventurers and climbers from all over the globe.
And it makes you wonder what drives people to take on those kinds of risks. You know, I mean, to put themselves in such dangerous situations.
I think there's a certain allure to pushing human limits, testing yourself against the forces of nature.
I guess so, yeah. But even beyond K2, the whole Karakoram range is just massive, right?
Oh yeah, and nestled among those peaks is the Baltoro Glacier.
Oh, wow, I've heard of that. It's like the biggest glacier outside of the polar regions, right?
It is right, the largest glacier system outside of the poles. Can you imagine a river of ice stretching over 60 kilometers?
60 kilometer. I mean, it's hard to wrap my head around that kind of scale.
It really gives you a sense of the power of nature.
Yeah. And how these landscapes have been shaped over millennia. I mean, wow. But Pakistan's story isn't just about, you know, incredible natural wonders.
No, not at all.
We're also talking about a place with a deep, rich history.
Absolutely. I mean, Pakistan was at the very heart of the Indus Valley civilization.
One of the oldest civilizations in the world.
Precisely. And we can still see evidence of that incredible past today.
Okay, like where?
We'll take Mohenjo-Daro, for example. It's an archaeological site, and it gives us this fascinating glimpse into the lives of the people who lived there thousands of years ago.
What makes Mohenjo-Daro so special?
Well, for one thing, it's remarkably well preserved,
Wow.
which gives us a really clear picture of their urban planning. They had this grid system with multi-story buildings and even, and this is amazing, sophisticated drainage and sanitation systems that were way ahead of their time.
I mean, it's mind-blowing to think about how advanced ancient cultures could be.
Yeah.
You know? And speaking of achievements, our sources mention Malala Yousafzai,
Oh, of course.
the youngest Nobel Prize laureate.
What an inspiring story of courage and resilience.
Absolutely. Her fight for girls' education has resonated not just within Pakistan, but globally.
It really has. And, you know, it actually connects to this broader trend that we see in Pakistan, the rapid growth of internet access.
Right.
Which is really empowering individuals, changing the landscape of communication and opportunity.
It's like that resilience is reflected not just in individuals like Malala, but also in how the country is adapting and evolving, you know?
Totally. And speaking of adapting and evolving, we have to mention the Karakoram Highway. I mean, talk about a remarkable feat of engineering.
Winding its way through the mountains. I mean, what's it like to travel on that road?
Oh, it's a breathtaking journey. The highway connects Pakistan to China, and it cuts through some of the most dramatic scenery on the planet.
Wow. And then there's the Thar Desert, right?
Yes, a landscape that really challenges our very idea of what a desert can be.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, unlike most deserts, which we think of as, you know, barren wastelands, the Thar Desert is surprisingly fertile.
Really?
Yeah. The people there they've adapted to cultivate crops in this really challenging environment.
So they're actually farming in the desert.
Exactly. It's a testament to human ingenuity and just the sheer determination of the people who live there.
It's incredible how people can find ways to thrive in even the most unlikely places.
It really is.
And it speaks to just how diverse Pakistan is. I mean, not just in its landscapes, but also in its people and cultures. The sources mention this amazing tapestry of languages spoken there, like over 70 languages.
That's right. Urdu is the national language, but English is also widely used, a legacy of British influence.
Okay.
And this linguistic diversity just adds another layer to the cultural richness of Pakistan.
And of course, we can't talk about culture without talking about food.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm already getting hungry just reading about biryani and nihari and tabli kebab.
Oh, yeah. Pakistani cuisine it's known for its aromatic spices and rich flavors. It's a true sensory adventure.
I bet it is. And it makes you realize how food is such a powerful way to connect with a culture.
It really is.
But now I know we can't talk about Pakistan without mentioning cricket. I mean, it's more than just a sport there. It's like a national obsession.
Absolutely. And their victory in the 1992 Cricket World Cup it's a source of immense national pride.
Oh, for sure.
But, they're also a force to be reckoned with in field hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've got a history of Olympic success in that sport.
Interesting. So out of all this research and stuff, what's something that really surprised you about Pakistan? I have to admit, I was amazed to learn about the Edie Foundation.
Oh, the Edie Foundation, yes. Yeah. That's a truly remarkable organization. They run the world's largest ambulance network, providing free emergency medical services to anyone in need.
Wow.
It's a powerful example of social responsibility and compassion.
Yeah. As we kind of wrap up this deep dive, what are some key takeaways that stand out to you?
Well, for me, it's the contrast and the resilience. Pakistan is a land of incredible geographical diversity, from towering mountains to fertile deserts.
Yeah.
And it's a nation with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and it's facing modern challenges with remarkable spirit.
Yeah, it definitely challenges any preconceived notions I might have had about the country. It makes you think about how geography and history and culture all intertwine to shape a nation's identity.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It really is. What would you say is the most important thing for our listeners to remember about Pakistan?
That's a tough one. Perhaps it's that the world is full of surprises.
Yeah.
Learning about places like Pakistan, it broadens our perspectives.
Yeah.
And it reminds us of the incredible diversity and the resilience of the human spirit.
That's a great point. Thanks for taking us on this fascinating journey through Pakistan.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
We hope it's sparked your curiosity to learn even more.
There's always more to discover.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we catch you next time.
See you later.